What's going on, pros? This is Mike with another Dirty Promotions video. I'm doing some PPF on all this front. It is a kit. It's got several pieces. I already laid all this, laid this frontal piece, these pieces right there. And I really wanted to record something for a lot of the folks that wanted to get into PPF, and they asked me if it's hard. And it is hard. It's a different animal versus window tint. So I'm going to go ahead and do this little section right here. It involves just typical reading what you're applying, stretching the film. The film can be stretched in numerous ways to where you can align it yourself. So pretty much the tools that we're going to be using, this pink one, this black one, and this is a hard card with some slip tape that I will use in conjunction with a little bit of water, a couple of drops of tint slime. It can be any slip solution. I don't like to use baby shampoo because it's not good for the adhering of PPF, and I know a lot of people use it for years and no problems. That's pretty good. I just that's not what I use. Okay, so as far as the alcohol solution, 20% alcohol, you're 70% proof, and the rest water. So that's pretty much it. 99% of this install is really a technician quality of how he does the alignments. This slip is irrelevant for as long as it makes suds and you can move your stuff around. And this one right here can be 20%, 25, 30, whatever people choose. But it's not direly important. It's just something to aid. And like I said, the applicator is responsible for getting all this nice Mickey Mouse moves to get your PPF exactly where you need it. Techniques, heating with a hand and all that kind of stuff, water, movement, all that shit makes a difference, because you can have the best slips and this and that and ratios and whatever, but if you suck at PPF installation, well, you suck. And that'll be that. So let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and put some music on my phone, so I probably won't talk, but that'll be better for you so you can enjoy just what's going on here. So when you see me grab stuff, this right here is the alcohol. This right here is my slip solution, okay? So let me get something going here. Okay. Okay, one thing that I do want to emphasize, and I discussed this with Ron Harris and before, is that your hands always be very, very fucking mindful of where they are, because people scratch your fucking head and they grab the phone and they grab this and they grab everything, and everything has contaminants. All this crap here has contaminants. So when you grab something and then you're gonna do this and move the film and all that kind of bullshit, you're going to introduce contaminants, and then you're going to be blaming water and tap water, and you're going to invest $6,000 in RO systems and bullshit that has nothing to do with water. It really has to do with you. So look at your hands. It's like a medical operating doctor, that if you're going to do an operation, you wash your hands to perfection, and then you walk into the operating room and you fucking don't touch anything ever. PPF is the same thing. You want to get it to a level to where it looks good. Well, then every time that, like, I touch this, I'm going to go back to my thing, and I always do this. That's all I want to say. Every time that you see me do this is because I touch stuff. Even this film surface on the exterior has a lot of fucking dirt that's been landing on it while I've been working on that side over there. And so when I grab it and then I do this on the inside, I fuck myself up, right? So I want to clean my hands as many times as possible so I don't introduce stuff in here. When you grab a rag and you put it back in there, like I have rags that I'm going to be working, you immediately go and do this. And remember, where is the rag? It's in a place that is not fucking in a clean room or in a glass jar that it didn't touch anything. It's got a lot That right there you see is dust. Shit like that. So doesn't matter where you put it. You can put the rack here, here, blah, 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 blah. Be mindful. That's all I want to say. Be mindful and don't spend thousands on RO systems that are irrelevant. This is a chip already there, so. All right, I'm pretty much done with the installation. I maneuvered, monkeyed around, moved all this shit around. You saw pretty much here, right in front of the tube. And as I mentioned before, it's really the applicator moving around, just pretty much what you saw. There's some people that are very fast at doing this and stuff like that, great. But I want to show you just some steps. If you guys can handle this kind of stuff, you guys can handle the bumpers, that pieces. It's just a matter of conquering, you know, conquering, let's say, Spain or this or that. You have to start with very small little conquers, you know. You're going to do a small piece and a little bit bigger, the fucking whole hood, all that kind of stuff. It has its maneuvers, but you definitely need a lot of experience, a lot of training and stuff like that. Actual, you know, on the hands training and shit like that. So people say, well, weekended. No, it's not a fucking weekend. You're gonna have to be an apprentice of somebody for a good long time, and a lot of people don't want to do that because they ain't got time. You know, having an apprentice is a lot of responsibility, a lot of bullshit, and of course, apprentice is gonna get in the way. So anyway, if you follow all this kind of stuff, I do use some air, which is right here. We power wash the vehicle, of course, and then of course let it dry, and then power wash everything, because as we're working with water, whatever water runs down is going to bring contaminants and all that kind of stuff. So now that I pretty much got some alcohol flush and this and that, I'm going to let it go ahead and sit and stuff like that. This is my shop, it's after hours, and if you ever let stuff sit, it's going to have openings like that. Just have a shop to where it's always closed, because if you have draft or shit open and whatever, when you come in the morning to go ahead and press stuff out, you might find some dust particles on the edges, and they're a pain in the ass. And well, that's what we don't want. Obviously, that's why you're trying to have a PPF. Always kind of requires a very enclosed area that doesn't have contaminants and shit like that, wind draft with a lot of dirt. And that's the reason I put this tile and whatever, so I can mop it and clean it and be clean all the time. So there it is, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I know that I do more tint than PPF. PPF I don't do a whole lot, but I know how to do it. I got trained by Mingo Navarro. He's one of my friends, and Ron Harris and a bunch of other people. Mike Norg, we've had some time together sitting down and done some PPF. So anyway, you guys, you can definitely do it. Got a very expensive, high entry, entry barriers to entry, plotter, film, all that kind of. It's not like fucking $10 tint and tint a car. This motherfucker is expensive. So anyway, but you guys can do it. Reach for the stars and always try your best. Okay, guys, enjoyed it. Have an awesome day. GoPro, stop recording.